Oh boy. I am live. Hello. Alright, are we ready on the timer? Alright, it's gonna be on go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, hi everyone, I'm aldeezy. Welcome to Spyro the Dragon Vortex. Vortex is a miscellaneous category where the goal is to enter almost every level, run to the end, and then exit via the end of level whirlwind, or vortex if you will, finishing off with the Nasty Nork boss fight. We do not enter the flight levels because they have no vortexes, or vortices if you will, and we do not enter Nasty's loot because that still requires 100% completion even with cheat codes. Yes, that is correct. You heard me right. Cheat codes are allowed in this category. I just entered the Balloonist Unlock cheat code. Normally, to advance through the game, we have to collect a bunch of gems, dragons, and eggs to appease the 5 balloonists that gate the 6 homeworlds. If we didn't allow cheats, then it would basically just be an 90% run, but with a couple extra, routes thrown in, a couple extra levels, it wouldn't be as interesting. By allowing cheat codes, it turns Vortex into this really rapid-fire, trick-heavy category where the goal is to just do a bunch of tricks in a line, get to the end of the level. The first major one is going to be Dog Proxy here after Town Square. I'm going to be entering Toasty early. Normally you have to exit via a Vortex and free the dragon in front of the Toasty portal. However, we don't need to do that. We're going to be doing what's called a wall glide here. By angling Spyro in just the right way against the wall here, we can maintain our height or even gain height. And the back of this dragon head has no collision, so I can just enter the portal easily. Dog Proxy here. Right at the start of the level, there's going to be a shepherd and a dog to my right. And if I get smacked by the shepherd while I'm inside of the dog's hitbox, it could send me to Mars. Let's see if I get it. Oh, I didn't quite get it there. Let's go for a backup. Oh no. One more try, then I'll just run through the level. Ah, not quite. That's fine. Marathon luck. I was practicing this for a couple hours earlier, but it's fine. So yeah, normally we just get boosted up there, but this is the boss fight. Very, very simple boss fight. It is a children's game from 1998, so... Alright, and that's Toasty. Rather unfortunate I didn't get it. That's the quintessential Vortex trick. But anyway, moving on. Oh, that's Neo the sheep. I tried to flame him to get my fodder back, but he saw into the Matrix and bent it to his will, and dodged my flame. Not much to say here in Dark Hollow, so I guess I'm going to describe how the worlds work. Because I have the Balloonist Unlock cheat code enabled, I can go to the worlds in any order that I want, and in fact, I will be going out of order. Typically, people play the levels in the order that they want, but at a higher level, it requires fodder routing, or basically just routing how much health you have at certain points to do certain damage boosts. The next world that I'm going to be going to is Beastmakers. So... lots of fun over there. We're going to be basically trying to keep track of our fodder, because right at the end, the last level of Beastmakers is Metalhead. And in Metalhead, we have to do a pretty tricky boost and also have full health to damage abuse our way to the Vortex as fast as possible. But I'll get to that when it's relevant. For now, we're going to be entering Terrace Village, which has a bit of a global cycle going on. There are a bunch of zappy boys who zap the floor, so I gotta be fast, basically. I can bonk once or twice, but hopefully I get the good cycle here. On one of the zap pads is my good friend Terrence in Terrace Village, and by charging into his face, we'll be able to get a little tiny proxy off of him to give us enough height to complete the level fast. Let's see if I get it. There's Terrence. Alright, good. Turn around. Ooh, I almost bonked on that. That's a very common spot for people to bonk on. And if you do bonk on it, you'll fall and you'll be slow. Alright, coming out of terrace here, I have no fodder, so hopefully I don't die on the way to Misty Bog. It's pretty easy to bonk on these fireworks chests and die just like that. No big deal. Alright. Get the boar. Alright, we're in Bog now. So Bog, not too much going on. We're just going to be damage abusing to the end of the level. But after this is going to be Treetops, which is, oh dear. Sorry, nerves. You can't charge out of that, or glide out of that once you charge again. Okay. And there we go, we're out of Bog. Next level is going to be Treetops, and in Treetops we're going to be doing what's called a charge glide. Normally, when you jump and you glide, it takes a while for Spyro's speed to build up to its maximum value. But by charging immediately before I glide, my forward momentum is set to its maximum value immediately. Oh dear. I pressed R1 a little early there. And by doing a charge glide, it increases my forward distance that I get out of my glides. And pretty much any time you see me glide, just assume that it's a charge glide. You can see it in my input display in the bottom left, even. Oh, that's not quite going to make it. I'm going to go for the backup. Oh, I made it. That post there, it's kind of hard to land on. But it's fine. We out. We out of there. Alright, exiting Treetops with blue sparks. It means I'm going to hold right and charge to get this last fodder. We're entering Metalhead. This is the level I was talking about at the beginning. If we get a trick called the Bullying Boost, there's going to be a roly-poly man coming at me, and if I boost off of him with a proxy, then I'll be able to skip the boss fight entirely. But if I miss it, it's no big deal. The cool thing about Vortex is that there's so many backups, and the category is so accessible that it's just really easy to pick up and is honestly a really good introduction to not only Spyro 1, but just Spyro in general. And I didn't get the boost there, so I'm just running through the boss fight as normal. But I will be doing a small little damage boost here, which does save some time. It does skip the second boss fight, or the second phase of the boss fight. Oh dear. I just bonked on a bunch of invisible enemies that are loaded in there that Metalhead normally throws at you while you're fighting the boss. And actually, you know what? That's Beastmakers, I think. The next world that we're going to be going to is Dreamweavers, which is supposed to be the penultimate level world of the game. But we're going to go there second, just to get some hard stuff out of the way. Excuse me. The first two levels are kind of difficult here in Dreamweavers, but the second two are kind of just movement-based, so if you're confident in your movement, it's fine. The first level here is Haunted Towers. It has two little tiny tricks in it. The first one called the Wizard Proxy, that allows us to skip about 10 seconds of movement, followed by the Supercharged Turnaround. The way that Supercharge works is if you go down a ramp with a bunch of flashing arrows on it, Spyro will speed up, and he will start generating smoke behind him, and it will move at a much faster rate than normal. I didn't quite get the Wizard Proxy, oh well. Just go for a backup. But the supercharged ramps are kind of glitchy, so we trigger them. I don't think we trigger any of them normally, actually. We just go down backwards on all of them. Alright, let's see if I can get the supercharge here. Alright, jump out. Nice. We jump off that tile. Ooh, I got an auto jump there. That's not good. Oh no! My supercharge. Alright, I'll try that one more time. Not a big deal. Taking note of my lives here, I have 1 life left. Hopefully I don't have to enter the 99 lives cheat code, but I might. No wizard proxy. I'm getting too close to him, I think. But yeah, as you can imagine, getting a really good time in this category is kind of a grind. You know, it's basically just a gauntlet of doing trick after trick after trick. And if you fail any of them, then, well, no record for you. I didn't get it. Alright, I'm just gonna go for the simple backup then. That trick is deceptively hard. You'd think that when you jump, you have to jump right at the, oh dear. You'd think that when you jump, you'd have to jump right at the edge, but no, you actually have to press X as you're already in the air. You see, this game has what's called coyote time, and it's common in most platformers, especially these days, where you're still allowed to jump just a couple frames after leaving the edge. In Spyro, with Supercharge, that leads to some really strange properties where you get a lot more vertical height than intended. Just gonna go through the level normally. Nice bonk there. Because this is normal, we gotta go and get ourselves kissed by the fairy here. The fairy gives us Super Flame, which allows us to flame down really large metal enemies, like that knight. Alright, we're out of there. I will be taking an intentional death here, just to spawn myself back at the start of the world. I do have 0 lives, though, so I need that 99 lives cheat code. It comes in really handy, and I kind of miss it when I'm running the standard 80% or 120% runs. Alright, passage boost here. There's a cupid here, and if I stand in the corner in a particular way, look at it from a particular angle, jump at a particular time, and then bonk my face into the wall at a particular time, I will get launched into Mars. That was not it, so we're going to run through the level. Alright. Not too much going on there. Basically just trying to catch the cycles as you're supposed to. And we're out of passage. The next level, Lofty Castle, features a trick called the Turkish Airlines, or Turkey Vader if you prefer. And that's where there's going to be these turkeys that fly in a circle. And if we jump and get smacked in the bum by these turkeys, they will lift us, elevate us to the vortex at the end of the level. Gotta be very confident in here. Any small mistake and you're done. Let's see if I get it. Oh, I got it! Oh, that's sick. That's the second time that I've ever gotten that, by the way. Oh, that's great. At least we got one thing in this world, right? Alright, moving on to Lofty, or up Jacques. Jacques is the last level, also the boss level of this world. Mainly, we're just going to be running through the end, doing some tight platforming, and yeah, that's basically it for this world. I guess I'll take this opportunity to tell you a bit more about myself and the community. As I mentioned earlier, I'm aldeezy. This is my main category in my main game, and I've been running it since about October 2020. But I've been in and out of the Spyro community for about 5 years now. This category, it really caught my attention. I was running 120 at the time, and I came across a runner by the name of Novaspell who had just picked up the category around the same time I did, a little bit earlier, maybe by about a month. And she has gone on to become the current world record holder with a, let me check my notes here, a 2040, that's correct, yeah, a 2040 which she set yesterday. So big shout outs, big congratulations to Novaspell. Everyone go say, go follow her channel. Alright, that's the end of Dreamweavers. Oh, I just went to Beastmakers. I was reconsidering the world order right before I started the run, and Beast came after. That's fine, we can just run right to the end. Get a free fodder out of it, too. Oh, this probably wasn't a good idea. Oh, that's fine, we're out. Good stuff. So we are going to Magic Crafters, that's right. That's right, I put the RNG at the end. So in Magic Crafters, there's a bit of something different. The only element of RNG is the balloonist that sits at the end of Magic Crafters by the name of Tuco the Balloonist. Now, Tuco the Balloonist is why we always put Peacekeepers after Magic Crafters. But otherwise, you can do the worlds in any order you want. But I'll explain a bit more about that as time goes on. For now, we're going to be entering Alpine, which has a tricky charge glide right at the start of the level. And I got it, nice. And this level does kind of have cycles. They don't really matter anymore now that I'm up the stairs. Now we're just pretty much just running to the end. We're going to glide on the right side here, because normally you can't make that cycle with the wizard lifting and lowering the terrain. Alright, that's Alpine. Coming out of Alpine, we're going to be entering High Caves. High Caves is really just a simple run to the end level. This category in particular has a lot of history, and it's actually spawned like this sub-community within the Spyro community, right? If you're really interested in this run and really interested in what Vortex is, and maybe even looking at some different strategies that we've done over the years, I highly recommend you go check out Hummeldon's 35-minute documentary, which goes over the dawn of Vortex as a little side thing a man by the name of Forward One used to do, just to unwind from his 120 runs. And it's really ballooned into arguably the most popular category in Spyro the Dragon right now. So yeah, go check out Hummeldon's Vortex documentary. A really, really well put together video. I'm going for a little scenery bump there. Ooh, I got it. Nice. And that just, by jumping just a little late as I charge into a slope, while I'm supercharging, I can gain a lot of vertical height. And there is, in theory, another scenery bump in this level, but I won't be going for it. I'll instead opt for a damage boost, which is about 2 seconds slower. But it's a lot more consistent. Jump across here, hit the wall there, get smacked. Excellent. So the reason that these damage abuses work, as Spyro is in supercharge or even just charging and he bonks into a wall, the game hasn't updated his actual velocity yet. So until we get hit by an enemy or until we have an input by the player, Spyro's velocity is still pretty high in the forward direction despite not moving. So by getting hit or pressing a jump, that releases that momentum. And depending on the angle of the slope that we get hit in, like such as right there. Oh, I didn't quite get enough height. It will transfer our forward momentum into upward momentum. There we go. Alright, that's blowhard. That wizard room is really tricky. Alright, so Tuco is coming up after this. The way that Tuco works, if we don't have 5 eggs, which we currently have 0, he will suggest any one of 5 different levels for him to just take us directly to. 2 of those levels are in Peacekeepers. So if Tuco gives me Dry Canyon or Cliff Town first try... No, okay. We can skip a loading screen and about 20 seconds of movement. Alright, Cliff Town. Not the optimal one. You want Dry Canyon, that's about 2 seconds faster than the Cliff Town drop, but we still got second try Tuco, which is really good. In practice, I had a 10th try Tuco, and I was really, really worried that I was going to get that in the run. I jump on the railing, you always got to jump on that railing. I don't think it's faster, I just do it. Alright, so the next major trick that I'm going to be going for is called Shemp Skip, and it is a frame-perfect jump that I'm going to be going for, although Spyro does only run at 30 FPS, so it's a lot easier than your typical 60 FPS NES game. Mario. And it was, Shemp Skip was discovered by a man by the name of Farnia, who, about a year ago, really took a look at what Vortex was at the time, which was still a fairly optimized run, but he really refined like what to do, and he discovered some tech, and even some tricks, such as the infamous Shemp Skip. Alright, here we are, Dry Canyon, just running through, avoiding that yellow guy by jumping over the water there. And that should be Dry Canyon. Nice. Right. Really fast category. We're already almost to the end. There's only one more homeworld left before we're done. Alright, Shemp Skip. It is a damage abuse, so I'm entering with blue sparks, which, by the way, Sparks is the dragonfly buzzing behind me. He's an indicator of my health. Blue sparks means I have 2 more sparks hits left. So I have 2 attempts here at Shemp Skip before I have to Death Abuse. So we stand in this spot here, wait for his mask to poke out, charge into this corner, roll 3 times. I didn't quite get it. This trick saves about 45 seconds of movement, so it is an absolute must. Oh, he died. I'll try it one more time. That was a frame, really. That's fine, I'll just run through. If you're interested in actually seeing any of these tricks land, I highly recommend you go check out Novaspell's world record. But yeah, this is our good friend Shemp here. Fun fact, on his second phase there, you don't have to wait for him to show his back. As soon as he starts spinning, you can flame him. Alright, and that's Shemp. The next level is Ice Cavern. There is, in theory, a wall glide that you can do that saves up to a second, but if you fail it, you die. So, personally, I'm just gonna jump off and do the level in a somewhat intended way. Oh, or I'm just gonna get randomly flopped in a way that I've never seen before. Okay. Goodness. My analog is being extra sensitive today. But alright, that should be the end of Peacekeepers. We're coming up to our final world. Nork Nexus. just 3 more levels until time. So the next level is Nork Cove with my good friend Barry the Barrelman, and he'll be helping us out with TNT. By gliding into his face, we will be able to get boosted up, and lets us skip right to the end of the level. You saw me free a dragon there, because this is the only world that requires dragons to be freed. In order to unlock Twilight Harbor in Nasty Nork's level, we have to do all the levels in order, and also free the dragon. Alright. Oh, that's a good boost. It is possible to do this a little faster by jumping off to the right, but that is a bit riskier. If you notice, the game was kind of lagging as I was running up that hill. And if the game lags while you're doing a charge glide off the edge, it might drop your glide input, and it will send us flying face first into the Fanta. And Spyro the Dragon does not like Fanta, it's too sugary, and he will drown. Next level is Twilight Harbor. There are some pretty crazy strats that you can do here. Once again, I recommend go checking out the world record video. But I'll be doing a slightly less cool strat, just for the sake of a marathon. It involves lifting the bridge here, charging out of the air, and we get supercharged, because that little land down there past the bridge is technically on a supercharge ramp. Oh dear. Alright, my cycles are a little messed up, but that's fine. We're out of there. Twilight Harbor has a habit of sneaking up on you like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the levels. The last level that we're going to be doing is Nasty Nork, which has one strategy. It's called the Quick Thieves. Normally, there are 2 thieves with some keys that we got to chase all around the level, and it's just really annoying and really slow to do. So by manipulating when the thieves start to run, we can actually get these keys pretty early. Nice. By entering the door there, on the far right, it causes the thief to start running towards me instead of away from me. The way that Nasty works here, he works on rubber band logic, so when he's behind me, he's going to be running faster, and when he's ahead of me, he's going to be running slower. And if we're fast enough, we can actually get a slightly earlier hit on him than normal, which I'm on pace to do right now. Oh yeah, early hit time. No, I missed! Ooh, pretty close one. Alright, last couple platforms here, and then it's going to be time. And time. Alright, that was Vortex. You know, talking your ear off for 30 minutes. Oh. Sorry it took so long, guys. Thank you for the GGs. If you are interested, I stream this game live on Twitch, twitch.tv/aldeezy1. If you'd like to go and check out the community, we have a speedrun.com page, there's a Discord, all sorts of fun stuff. But highly recommend go check out Hummeldon's 35-minute Vortex thing, or documentary on YouTube. Really good times. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm going to hand it off back to the Buckeye Speed Bash here.
Hi there, aldeezy. Thank you so much for that wonderful run. That was really enjoyable, and I wish that we had met the incentive for that Mechanics Expo, but maybe we'll get to see some of those if we check out your channel at some point. So I think we're going to go into a transition here, and then our next run is going to be Chicory, A Colorful Tale.
All right, thank you so much for having me, and see you guys later.